All right. So this is going to come under suddenly single and still self counseling. I went out to with Jennifer last night to a couple of her friends down the street. We had a great evening. I don't know what I expect and why I tend to still kind of, I don't know, see myself in the negative or throw myself into some negative light. That's why I'm talking. What is that I do? But the evening went great. We went over there. We cooked out on the grill. We had conversation. One thing led to another. The conversation did tend to go into, we'll call it woo-woo land, where, they were talking about things that I'm not necessarily, accustomed to or privy to. What's the word? With, I don't know, we'll just call it woo-woo. But the point is, I'm out with a young lady that I've never dated before. We're suddenly getting to know each other, and, you know, it's a fun thing. We're enjoying each other, and I know that I feel very very comfortable with her. I felt really very comfortable with this couple last night. Where do I feel uncomfortable? Why do I feel uncomfortable? I feel like I judge myself. I mean, they had a beautiful place, well decorated, nicely decorated with arts and so forth. And then she had all sorts of plants, beautiful plants coming into the entrance, and then they had a backyard patio, we'll call it, that was very nice and cozy. Now, I have, here's the joke, I have probably a bigger place. I have a beautiful deck with a great, view or whatever, sounds of the stream. I mean, I'm in heaven. Why do I judge myself? Why do I look at somebody else and say, oh, look at them? I just do it. And I'm being honest with myself. I don't know why. I, I drove Jennifer home. I walked her down to her doorstep or whatever, close, and then we gave each other a hug, and it was a nice feeling. That's what I want to be able to do. I just want to be affectionate and feel affection. I wasn't looking for a makeout session or anything. That's so far beyond even what I even think anymore. So I have exactly what I want. I have a person who seems to like me, who we have interesting conversations. We're pretty much on the same page, or very much on the same page politically. Still, I judge myself. I judge myself. I, you know, I am looking for validation again. That's back to that. You know, I I went to bed last night and I forgot to even think about sending them a thank you note, which I always do. I always do that with even my most established friends. I say, thanks for a great evening. We had a great time and thanks, whatever. I didn't even think to do that last night, but I thought of it this morning. And I went ahead and did it this morning. And I did the right thing. Peter, you did the right thing. You're judging yourself. That doesn't mean they're judging you. And, I'm just very hard on myself. And I'm not even quite sure why. Oh, I made one comment about I put Zeke into timeout, and she kind of made a little kind of scowl, put him in timeout. And I said, it's kind of a joke, it's a queen size bed in a queen size room, it's no suffering. But, I'm always afraid that I said the wrong thing. Like the other night, I blurted out as a devoted atheist with my minister friend. And then, last night I said that. So, I cleared the table. I did wash the dishes this time. I did my part. I brought food for us to eat. I brought, the beer and wine to drink. I got a special wine spritzer for Jennifer that she sent me a picture. I got her exactly what she sent me the picture of. She was happy. Then this morning, when she emailed back, she texted back. She said she loved it. It was magical. So, what more do I want in life? I don't really know. Okay, but that's why I'm talking to myself, just trying to figure it out, trying to get on the right wavelength. Part of it is this damn insomnia. I don't go to sleep, and I think that does wear on me. whether I wanted to or not. I just, when I don't sleep, I'm up all night. I'm laying there with my eyes closed, but I just never really fall asleep. And that's not a good thing, and I can't change it. I really can't change it. I'm trying to meditate. Last night I said maybe I'll find another book on meditation that really helps me get there, or maybe I'll just focus on it and practice it like they say you should do, because I just need peace of mind. I really need to have peace of mind. Jennifer seems to, and yet she's got all sorts of stuff to worry about, and mainly because she's living in her brother's home. She doesn't have her own home, and her friends may or may not be rich. I don't know, but I don't know if she's sitting there worried about that, or if she's worried. Hopefully, she's not putting herself down about it. But anyway, on the financial side, I spoke to Fidelity today. I think I'm gonna. I also spoke to Teresa at. There I go with names, but I spoke to Wells Fargo. But I like her. I know she's sincere, but no, I'm not going to work with Wells Fargo. They're using a company that appears to have some negative issues, and I don't want that. And Fidelity, this conversation I had with Fidelity was just great. It was the best conversation I've had with Fidelity. You know why? Because he was friendly, personable, professional, but he shared his feelings about stuff. He shared his opinions about stuff with stocks. I've called before, and one guy really turned me off. Can't talk about that. Can't talk about that. Nope. And I've never had this bad an experience. So here again, things come and go. Or, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not so good. But I'm so lucky to have money to be even thinking about how to invest it. So I'm thinking of investing this and, giving myself an additional monthly income that I can depend on, that I can spend. And that's the thing. If I took this amount of money and it doubled or tripled in the next year, well, then I could cash out and I could spend it. But I haven't been doing that. I keep wanting to build more. This way, if I take out this chunk and it's spendable, I can literally kind of sit there and let the rest of it build more, theoretically. I could always tap in and spend more of it. But I just, as he put it, need permission to spend the money. And once I establish this, if I decide I'm going to get a new car, that's what I'm going to do. Not buy it for cash, lease it, make the monthly payments. In 3 years, I can look at getting another new car. Maybe payments will go up, maybe they won't. Maybe I'll do something different then, I don't know. But my point being, I can't predict everything in the future. Prices of these cars might actually come down. And so, that's the other thing. With mass production, prices are being kind of pushed down. That could be a reality. So anyway, that's my 5-minute rant this morning. I'm not a perfect person. I just need to live with that. And I need to truly take time to count my blessings. I just basically dated a lady that I like who said that the evening was magical. That is a nice thing to say. And thank you for the magic.